Look around, Captain.
Trace it.
This mission stinks of politics under a veneer of idealism.
Welcome to another look behind the scenes of University Base, a series based on Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Here we're looking at some of the shots from Fractured Unity Part 2. These breakdowns basically show you what I see in the Unreal Engine's and Blender's viewports compared to the finished shot. I plan to do a more detailed breakdown, showing you all the intermediate steps for the next episode's behind the scenes video. At least on a few shots, as it would be too time consuming otherwise. Across the 3 completed episodes, I now have a few hundred hours of experience in Unreal Engine, and I must say I've gotten really cozy with it. For most of the time working on this episode actually felt as if I was a director on a live action set, rather than an animator in front of the computer. Along with the experience gathered while making University Base, this is also for the fact that Unreal Engine is rapidly evolving, especially its character animation toolset, which had some huge upgrades in version 5.6, released just in time for the production of this episode. Coincidentally, version 5.7 released yesterday, which makes it perfect for the production of the next episode, which is amazing. I'm still animating the characters' movements mostly by hand, but I started to experiment with some video motion capture tools. These tools now give me some base movement, on which I can then iterate by hand using the control rig in Unreal. It definitely helped quite a bit in speeding up the production. Luckily, facial motion capture in Unreal is rock solid. I'm playing all the characters, and while I sure won't win an Oscar, I'm proud of the end result. And more importantly, it's super fun to do. Still, in almost all of the shots, I further refined the facial animation by hand. In some shots it might be just adjusting the character's eye lines, in other it might be making a certain expression stronger or softer. Needless to say, I'm also doing all the vocal performances, afterwards using an ML voice conversion for any given character. I plan on doing a separate video just on this process, but here's a direct comparison of my raw performance and the modified version, prior to any sound editing. New encrypted message, attach coordinates, abbreviate text as appropriate.
New encrypted message, attach coordinates, abbreviate text as appropriate.
Stabilize current assignment, then converge at attached coordinates.
Stabilize current assignment, then converge at attached coordinates.
And since Prois, Landon, Ritska, move immediately, use caution, discretion.
And since Prois, Landon, Ritska, move immediately, use caution, discretion.
Send to the group emergency engineers, subset trusted.
Send to the group emergency engineers, subset trusted.
All the exterior shots featuring Unity are animated and rendered in Blender, in which I also produce nearly all of the 3D assets. Regardless of the renderer, everything goes through compositing in Fusion and color grading in Resolve. There are 2 new costumes featured in this episode, a generic blue one for engineers, and a red one for security personnel, both in a male and female variant. This preview does not feature the mission patch nor the nameplate, both of which are in a separate modular texture customized per character. Here's the facial control rig of a metahuman character. This showcases how much can be tweaked by hand. Sometimes when editing motion capture, I really have to force myself to stop, because the sky is really the limit when it comes to animation. Of course, time is always a premium. And here's a quick walk through some of the sets featured in this episode. Here's the bridge, the main location for the Fractured Unity story arc. I've created it during the previous episode's pre-production, but as I already had the scripts for the entire season written, I knew exactly what I'll need right to the end. Suffice to say, we'll see more of the bridge in the next one. There are some details that are never really showcased in the show, but were fun to do, such as the mission branding on the keyboard. There's also some fun stuff on the binders, and of course the workstation screens. One is dedicated to the cryo system, while the other is flight telemetry. And here's the entire stretch of the corridor leading to the weapons bay antechamber. That's it for now, back to work on the next episode. See you soon!